When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Welcome to another edition of Boys Varsity Basketball on WLCS TV 20. Alongside Bob Braskich, I'm Rob Polinsky. Tonight it's the Lorain Titans undefeated at 4-0. 1-0 in the LEL, taking on LEL member Lutheran East. The Falcons come in at 2-2, 2-1 in league play. First-year coach Sam Liggins for Lutheran East. And for Lorain, it's John Rossitano in his sixth season. Bob, this should be a good one.
It should be, Rob. I mean, if you take a look at their two losses, they lost by 7 to St. Ignatius. They lost by 4 to Cleveland Heights. Now, that'll tell you. They're going to be very competitive tonight. They've got great size, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 3 starters back from a state finalist team from last year.
2 years ago they won it. Last year they went to state. First-year coach Sam Liggins. Ball in the air. Lorain in white controls the tap. Lutheran East in black. Jordan Jackson, Tavon Pierre-Louis, Devon Grant, Deontay Benigin, and Cam Davis are the starting five for the Titans. On the drive, the layup, no, but a foul.
Yeah.
Devon Grant immediately to the basket.
Well,
you're saying he's having a great senior year to this point.
He
Bob.
is. He's up there around 30 for an average, and obviously I think everybody knows he signed with Miami of Ohio. But you saw right there, I mean, he shoots it very well, and if you close out or guard him too closely, he'll cross over dribble as he did on that last possession and take it to the basket.
Grant line left. First free throw is off the rim, no good. Lutheran East starting five: Colin Albert, E.J. Farmer, Davion Adams, Sir Hughes, so that foul was on, and Nehemiah Benson. One thing they all have in common, they're all underclassmen. They do not start a senior. Grant splits the pair. It's 1-0 Titans.
Well, here comes the heat. This is where Lorain High makes it. Between the two foul lines, well organized press offense.
Benson beats the press, but then they lose control and turn it over into the front court. Pierre-Louis comes out of there with it. He'll hand it off to Grant to the hole, strong, off the rim a couple of times, no good. And Lutheran East, the Falcons will clear the rebound.
Oh, you got to get back deeper than that.
They missed the layup, and that was E.J. Farmer who couldn't finish. And Jackson for the Titans into the front court. Farmer on him defensively. Tavon Pierre-Louis. Out to Grant. 7:10 to go, first quarter just underway. Grant on the drive to the hole, no good. Benson had the rebound, lost it. It'll be Titan basketball.
Well, Lutheran East starts Farmer, who's 6'4". He's the player to watch. 6'5" Adams and 6'6" Benson. Very athletic. Just early impression defensively, they get back and force you to go through the heart of their defense.
Tavon Pierre-Louis goes up strong, and he's fouled, official Tony Jordan says. Our other two officials tonight, Pat Egan and Ken Sedvik. Foul on Colin Albert, his first, team second.
Rob, most everybody I know who pays close attention over on the east side predicts that either Warrensville, who moves down to Division III this year, or Lutheran East, we're seeing tonight, will be the Division III representative from our region. Obviously, Lutheran East was last year.
What barbershops are you hanging out on the east side?
Oh, I've got friends everywhere.
I've heard that rumor. Pierre-Louis missed them both. Lutheran East with it, so do what a retired guy does. Drives around,
right.
Finds out who's going to be good in hoops. Laying it up and in is Colin Albert, and Lutheran East takes a 2-1 lead.
That was a well-done set. That layup came off of a back screen.
Into the front court, Cam Davis. He'll hand it off, get it out to Tavon. Drives the lane off the glass rim, no good. Nehemiah Benson clears the board. Here come the Falcons. Farmer on the drive and had it knocked away by Tavon Pierre-Louis. Long lead,
nice. Beautifully
done. Layup is up and in, a reverse layup by Deontay Benigin off the beautiful pass from Pierre-Louis. 3-2 Titans. Falcons break the press, and at the other end, the reverse layup is going to be up and in. That's E.J. Farmer.
Well, when you're at the back of the press, you've got to stay in the paint, defend the basket.
4-3 Falcons. It's the one thing about a press. It's a high risk, high reward. You'll give up some layups, but you're willing to do that to get turnovers. Devon Grant, his first 3 of the night. That's off the rim. And the rebound is hauled in by Davion Adams, 6'5", junior, Lutheran East. Davion with it. He's going to penetrate, kicks it out. Baseline jumper is up and in, and that's a 3-ball.
Wow.
And that is going to be Colin Albert. He has 5.
Well, Lutheran East with the 7-3 lead.
Tavon to Devon Grant. Grant with it. Picks up the dribble. Kicks it outside. Jordan Jackson, 6'4", junior. Jackson will launch a 3 and hit it. Boy, beautifully done. Nice fake step. Came back and drilled it. 3 minutes into the game, Bob, and Lutheran East with the ball in a 1-point lead. This one, we're only 3 minutes in, but this one appears to be a really good game that we're going to see tonight.
There's no question.
Falcons inside, turnaround shot is short. Rebound cleared by Tavon Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis inside, kicks it back out, and we're going to get a traveling violation on Deontay Benningen.
Wow. Attack the closeout, which is what you want to do there. Now here's the situation. This is the key for Lutheran East. They've got to handle this pressure. Now it doesn't seem to be as intense as what I saw last week against Richmond Heights, but really Lorain High is at its best when they play the game from foul circle to foul circle or foul line to foul line, that middle third of the floor.
And then the second thing I would think is defensively, they've got to rebound because Lorain makes a killing on offensive rebounding. We've seen that over the years.
Well, they've got Lutheran East has the size to be
right. I think they can do it. Is right. That's my point. Left side 3 is up, no good. Offensive rebound inside, then losing control. Those quick hands by the Titans, but then they throw it away. Colin Albert, the sophomore, has had a good first quarter with 5 points. Brings it into the forecourt between the circles. Yeah, sometimes you say that and the team's just hoping to, but I think Lutheran East has the size to do it. Wow. They get it inside, shot goes up and in. E.J. Farmer, he has 4.
That was off of a back cut. Nice job reading the defense.
9-6 Falcons halfway through quarter number 1. Entertaining to be sure so far. Grant with it. Grant into the lane, to the hole. Strong shot blocked beautifully by Davion Adams, and here come the Falcons. Other end, they're going to take a 3. E.J. Farmer off the rim, no good, but he got his own rebound. Nobody boxed him out. Puts it up, blocked by Pierre-Louis. Back outside, a 3-ball goes up, and that is in. And stroking that 3 is Sir Hughes. And we've got a timeout for...
Wow.
Lutheran East took a timeout?
I can't believe Lutheran East would have taken that timeout. Just hitting the big 3, going up by 12-6. It's hard to imagine why the coach would have taken a TO.
He is in his first year, and it's 12-6 Falcons with the lead. And Bob, your thoughts so far?
Well, my thoughts so far is we're definitely in for a game. And I obviously haven't seen Lutheran East play this year. And again, this is a coach we haven't seen before. They are in our league. I can see why they played St. Ignatius to 7 points. I see why they played Cleveland Heights to 4. They play under control. They're not playing helter-skelter. And up to this point in time, they're handling Lorain High's strength, which is that full-court pressure.
But as we know, that full-court pressure can be a 4-quarter thing. It can be a cumulative thing.
Yep.
Just because it doesn't work in the first quarter doesn't mean it won't in the fourth
You're
quarter.
Absolutely correct.
We'll see. But so far for the Falcons, so good. Let's see how the Titans respond. Like you said, an interesting timeout.
Yeah.
And
they
into
changed
the forecourt.
defenses.
Yep, Jordan Jackson. They're going to lob it inside. Cam Davis put it up, around the rim and in. Cam Davis, his first 2. Titans within 4. Pressure in the backcourt. They pick them up full court, man-to-man. And they're going to kick it outside. Dribbling in, they get it out to Sir Hughes, who just stroked the 3. He'll get it top of the circle to T.J. Blevins, who just checks in for the first time. T.J. Blevins, where's number 0? His pass picked off by Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis at the other end. He'll go up, slam it, and he's fouled. Yeah. Not smart by T.J. Blevins.
That's a dangerous foul to push in the back when...
Just let him go.
But that's how people get hurt right there. I mean, if he'd have pushed a little harder, he'd taken the legs out from Pierre Lewis, and bad things can happen.
Coach Liggins talking to him right now.
Yeah.
It's not a smart foul.
Nope.
So TJ Blevins with the foul. So Pierre Lewis gets the dunk, which he was going to get anyway, and now we'll get a free throw to boot. Lewis put it up and in.
Yes.
Titans up 5-0 since the Lutheran East timeout. Adams with the basketball. Adams will bring it into the front court. Gets it over to TJ Blevins. Titans down by 1. Man-to-man defense for the Titans. Top of the circle. E.J. Farmer, he'll launch it, he'll miss it. Rebound tapped out, and Lutheran East will keep control. Pass on the inside again, knocked away. Lorain has done a good job with creating turnovers.
Oh, nice job.
Yep, Tavon Pierre-Lewis all the way coast to coast. He has 5. Titans up 13-12. They're on a 7-0 run. Davion Adams with the basketball. Also into the game, Dwayne Hamilton, a 6'5 junior for Lutheran East. That's Hamilton setting a screen and a turnover, traveling violation on Sir Hughes. Substitutions coming in for Nehemiah Benson coming back in for Lutheran East. Cam Davis coming back in for Lorain. Jordan Jackson will take a seat on the bench. Aaron Whitehead,
yes,
a 5'9 junior, into the ball game for the Titans. That's Whitehead with the basketball now. He'll get it to Cam Davis. Titans by 1.
Small lineup for Lorain High.
Pierre Lewis steps back. He'll launch a 3 and hit it. Pierre Lewis with a big first quarter with 8.
That's a shot Pierre couldn't make last year. His shot looked so much better. Lift on the ball, rotation. Nice job.
Benson into the front court. Benson gets it to Dwayne Hamilton. He'll drive baseline. Back outside, Benson fakes the 3. Whitehead on him defensively. 90 seconds first quarter. Jumper up by Benson, no good. Pierre Lewis will clear. Here come the Titans on a 10-0 run. Lewis is going to be fouled by Benson.
Wow. Pierre Lewis.
Bob, is he getting Lenny looks?
Yeah, he is. I haven't heard anything specific.
Hate to put you on the spot like that, but I just
see
a 6'6" guy that can bring the ball up the floor, and you'd think somebody would want him. Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. Of course, basketball just one part of going on to play in college. Trayvon Toney, a 6'2 senior, comes in for Lutheran East. Pierre Lewis to inbound. Does so to Devon Grant. Dumped it into Tavon Pierre Lewis. Put it up, blasting rim, good.
It's a nice little play. They clear out. Pierre Lewis took it out, then steps in and finds the hole in the defense. Nice.
12-0 run since the interesting timeout by Lutheran East. John Rossitano probably hopes Lutheran East calls 4 more of them. Colin Albert with the ball, gets it ahead. They push it into Nehemiah Benson, lays it up and in, and that ends the run right there. Makes it 18-14 Titans, 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Aaron Whitehead across the timeline.
Wow, we're spreading the floor. It looks like we're going to try to hold it.
You see Whitehead dribbling by midcourt.
With 36 seconds, 33 seconds. It's very difficult in high school to hold it that long.
Tavon Pierre Lewis. He's not holding it. He goes to the hole and had it knocked out of his hands. It's out of bounds to Lorain.
I see what they're creating with that set. They're taking the help defense away from the basket.
Dwayne Hamilton back in for Lutheran East. And they have been substituting a lot. Sir Hughes back into the ball game. I like that name, Sir Hughes.
Right, Sir spelled double R.
Bringing it out is Devon Grant. 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Titans up 18-14 as Grant dribbles at midcourt. 10.
Down to 5.
Double team, got it to Lewis. 2 seconds on the drive, got it off. No.
Oh.
They got the look they wanted, couldn't get it to drop, and a very interesting first quarter Lorain leads after one, 18-14. You're watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Second quarter, the Lorain Titans lead at 18-14. Titans on the floor. Here comes Lutheran East, leading the way for the Titans in that first quarter. Tavon Pierre-Louis had 10 points in the quarter. Balanced scoring for Lutheran East. They had Albert with 5 and Farmer with 4. Great start to the quarter for Lutheran East, but a great finish by Lorain. And with the basketball is Colin Albert for the Falcons. Pass it into Nehemiah Benson. Shot goes up off the rim, no good. Missing that was Davion Adams. And here comes Devon Grant on the drive. Put it up and in. What a pretty play by Grant.
Changing hands in the air to make the adjustment to get the shot off. Nice.
Grant, Davis, Pierre-Louis. Also on the floor, Benigin and Jordan Jackson to begin the second quarter for Lorain. 20-14 Titans, biggest lead of the night. Up top with the basketball is Albert. Albert, Adams, Benson.
Don't reach.
Get to the other two in a minute to start the second quarter for Lutheran East. We're going to get a foul on the Titans. Also into the ball game is Sir Hughes and E.J. Farmer. Those are the 5 on the floor. Foul that time on Jordan Jackson. His first, just the first on the Titans. They played a whole quarter without a foul. Impressive.
Do not reach when you're guarding an athlete who can beat you off the dribble on the perimeter. I mean, that's what created that.
Nehemiah Benson will pass it up top. Davion Adams with the basketball. Davion at the foul line. Baseline right, jumper goes up, air ball long, rebound Devon Grant Lorain. Grant, who Bob told you in the pregame, going to Miami of Ohio. Drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound, got his own board. Baseline left, spins in the lane. Wrap around pass, a little too fancy, and it's going to be cleared by the Falcons. And into the front court with the basketball come the Falcons. And they're going to save it, E.J. Farmer, from going over and back. 6:20 to go first half. Titans 20-14. We're going to whistle on a timeout.
Wow.
By the Lutheran East Falcons. They're second. They have 3 remaining.
I know why the coach took that one, because they were standing on offense. They came out to start this quarter with a different set, 1-4 across. That time they came down and basically stood and everybody watched the ball. So I'm sure that timeout was to get, the offense set and the offense running. You can't stand against Lorain High because they'll pressure you and take you right out of your comfort zone.
Lutheran East, one of the newest members of the Lake Erie League. So these teams will play twice, and the return matchup over at Lutheran East will be on February 15th. So towards the end of the regular season, it'll be interesting to see how these teams grow and when that game comes to be in a couple of months.
Rob, their record last year was 14-14. All told, including the tournament. Again, and they had a losing record in the Lake Erie League. They only won 4 of their games last year in the LEL. Still made it to Columbus. Now they are Division III, but you can see here tonight they have, major at the high school level at least, Division I type athleticism.
And it wasn't long ago they were Division IV in high school basketball. Davion Adams, pass on the right side to Sir Hughes. Hughes into the lane, and he was held.
See, you've got to play them to their strong hand. They've got 2 left-handers on the floor. And you've got to get your head, on the left side and take that left-hand move away.
Just the second foul on Lorain.
Head on the ball.
They'll inbound it to Adams. Adams with the basketball. Adams gets it on the left side to Colin Albert. In the corner, jumper goes up. It's off the back of the rim, no good by Sir Hughes. And the rebound is hauled in by Devon Grant. Tell you what, Lutheran East didn't get any offensive rebounds. They get a steal here, though. And into the front court they come. And they thought getting away with a walk was Adams, but he scored. Davion Adams, his first 2 points of the night. And it's 20-16. The Falcons hanging in there, down 4, 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Rob, they're long and athletic, so when you do beat somebody off the dribble, their help defense is in pretty good position, and it's very difficult. They're good.
Cam Davis gets it out to Tavon Pierre-Louis. Tavon Pierre-Louis on the drive. It's knocked away, stolen by Davion Adams. 2-on-1. Adams will give it off to Benson. Right back to Adams, but nice hands and a beautiful steal by Jordan Jackson. He'll go all the way, lay it up, miss it. Pierre-Louis got it, and he's fouled. We're talking with John Rossitano and his assistant, Coach Gillum, before the game, and said, Coach, how good are these guys? And they both felt this probably was the best team they've played to this point of the season.
No question. And speaking of coaches, now we've got a second. One of my old guys, Brian Clark, his freshman team continued their winning ways tonight. And another one of my guys, Dax McCall, JV coach, JVs remain undefeated, won the JV contest by 10, 53-43.
Now, how come they're your guys when they
Because
win?
I had them when they were freshmen.
When they win, they're your guys. But,
Well, on that bench, Rossitano's won, Mitch Jr.'s won.
Are they your guys when they lose a game? Okay. I just wanted to.
Mitch Jr. is one of the best point guards I ever had.
Tavon Pierre-Louis makes them both. Has 12. It's 22-16. Lorain leads by 6. See, we have to have Joe Bach laugh once a game. That's my goal.
There you go.
On the drive to the hole, Davion Adams missed it, and clearing it out of there is Tavion Pierre-Louis. Again, another one and done. Grant for a long three. Got it.
Whoa, that was way out there.
That should be a 4, how far out he was there. Titans' biggest lead of the night at 9. Inbound tipped away, but Lutheran East comes out of there with it, and it's Trayvon Toney.
We could get a 10-second call here.
Trayvon Toney just got it across. A nice bounce pass inside to E.J. Farmer. They break the press and score. And we get a whistle and what? I think a delay of game warning here on Lutheran East. They probably touched the ball as it came out of the net. Again, our 3 officials tonight, Tony Jordan, Pat Egan, Ken Sedvik. Jalen Knott come into the ball game, a 6'1 sophomore, checking in for the Falcons. And Aaron Whitehead will bring it across midcourt.
Wow, big spread offense right here. Big spread set. I know we're not intending on holding it here.
Devon Grant with Jalen Knott on him, who just checked into the game. Now they'll switch off the screen. On the drive is Grant. Grant with a wraparound pass to Tavon Pierre-Louis. He's going to drive to the hole, lay it up and in.
Well, there you go. That spreading the floor like that takes help side defense away.
Clear space.
Yep.
That the Titans can work. And with the basketball now are the Falcons, and we're going to get a whistle on a foul on Benegin, his second foul, as he fouled Sir Hughes.
Benegin has been a pleasant surprise. He had 26 in the last game.
Davis in for Benegin, who is the first Titan with 2 fouls. He'll go to the bench. Just 3 team fouls on Lorain. 3:38 to go in the half. Neither team in the bonus. Been a good first half. 27-18, Titans by 9. Jackson defensively draws the assignment, does a nice job. They get it out to Jalen Knott. And Grant went for the steal, didn't get it, but Jordan Jackson did. He'll get it to Tavon Pierre-Louis. Tavon Pierre-Louis, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, we get a whistle on the floor as the rebound came down to Aaron Whitehead. And Tony Jordan said he was fouled. This will be the 6th team foul on Lutheran East.
I know one thing that Lutheran East should be doing, and they are not doing. They only play on a quarter of the floor. They never reverse the basketball and attack a closing out defense. Once the ball is entered to one side or the other, it pretty much stays in that quarter.
Foul on Jalen Knott, his first team 6. Nehemiah Benson back in for the Falcons with 2 points. 6'6" junior. There is some size on this floor tonight. They get it into Aaron Whitehead, baseline right. Whitehead with a nice bounce pass between defenders. Jordan Jackson for 3 off the rim a couple of times, no good. And a whistle and a foul. And this will be the 7th team foul on Lutheran East.
We're going to bring a little size into the game. I see Aiden Brown getting ready to check in, 6'5" sophomore. Curious to see who he's going to come in for.
Foul on Colin Albert, his first team 7th. And he will give
Jordan Jackson.
Okay, thank you. Jordan Jackson comes out. Coming in, T.J. Blevins back in for Lutheran East. He'll replace Colin Albert, who has to leave with 2 fouls.
I like Aiden Brown, number 23. He is a junkyard dog on defense. He really is. He really gets after it.
Free throw up and in. Remember him at the younger levels playing. Devon Grant with the free throw. He has 7, 6 of them in the second quarter. 28-18, Titans by 10. Out in the lobby, I saw a gentleman with a Miami of Ohio polo, so I would guess it was maybe one of the assistant coaches coming up here to
very well
check out Devon.
Very well could be.
Grant again, good again. Or it's just somebody that likes Miami and bought a polo. Who knows? But I was assuming he kind of looked like a coach type, if you catch my drift.
You are correct.
3:05 to go in the first half. And the Falcons trail by 11, and Davion Adams lost control. Boy, they've turned it over a lot. And into the front court comes Aaron Whitehead. Whitehead to Grant for another long 3, and he got another one. Yeah. You got to be kidding from that far out.
Yeah, well, if you get up on him, he'll beat you off the dribble.
He threw that up from the volleyball line. 32-18. And we get a whistle, and what? I thought there was a whistle.
I did too.
Yep. Okay, it is. Yep, we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Titans. I'm not sure why they played through that whistle, but it goes on Cam Davis. Bob, he was closer to half court than he was the three-point line when he launched that.
That's an NBA 3. Hit 2 of those tonight.
32-18. Lorain leads by 14. 2:36 to go in the half. The interesting thing was Lutheran East led 12-6. They took a timeout.
Yeah.
Since that point, they've been outscored 26-6. And on the inbound, a 3 by E.J. Farmer. He'll hit it. 32-21, and the Falcons need a lot more of that.
Farmer's a 6'4" sophomore, started last year as a freshman.
And both Coach Gillum and Coach Rossitano told me he is the player to watch on this team. Blocking foul, and that is going to go on Colin Albert, who just checked back in, and that'll be his 3rd. Boy, I thought when they took him out, he was out for the half. They bring him back in, and now he's got to be out for the half. His 3rd foul with 2:19 to go in the half. I'm surprised Coach Liggins brought Colin Albert back into the basketball game. And now you've got Jordan Jackson at the line for a 1-and-1. That's a big loss. That 5'11" sophomore had 5 points all in the first quarter. And with 3 fouls, he'll sit for the rest of the half, you would think. Free throw, no good. Rebound, T.J. Blevins for the Falcons. Lutheran East out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio, to Nehemiah Benson. Back outside, Davion Adams strokes one, missed it. Offensive rebound, back out to T.J. Blevins. Blevins spins in the lane, kicks it outside. 3-ball, Benson off the rim, no good. And a rebound, Whitehead had it. Had it knocked away, and you know what? He's out of bounds. They'll give it back to the Falcons. So Aiden Brown comes out, and after a short breather, Tavon Pierre-Lewis back in with 1:58 to go in the half. Inbound, Benson lays it in.
You know, we just weren't ready to play there on defense. You could see it. We weren't ready.
I think that's something you see a lot of. Easy baskets off inbounds at any level. Devon Grant with it in between the circles. Up by 9 on the drive. Left elbow jumper. Nope. Rebound Whitehead. He tipped it up and in. Nobody boxed him out.
Whitehead just 5'9".
I don't know who has Whitehead, but nobody in black did, and he got the easy tip in. 34-23 Titans. Blevins off his foot, went to get it back. Has to pass, does so to Benson. Benson out to Adams, a right wing 3-ball short. Rebound Benson, no, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. And I believe these will be the first free throws by Lutheran East tonight. I know they haven't made any yet.
Well,
it's just a 15 foul. And it's on Devon Grant, his first.
You watch closely on the defensive end, we are not helping off of E.J. Farmer. We're pretty much face guarding him off the ball, trying to deny him the ball.
Free throw no good.
Little defensive wrinkle by the Lorain High staff.
Minute 15 to go in the half. Line right. Free throw up and in. Benson with 5, 34-24. Minute 10 to go in the half. Jordan Jackson with it. Jackson driving in, and we're going to get a whistle and an offensive charge on Jordan Jackson.
Really?
1:02 to go in a half. Titans by 10. Aiden Brown back in.
Well, we're picking up full court, and they've made us pay 2 times, and we really haven't turned them over in the full court. Let's see if we do a better job right here.
Inbound, Davion Adams gets it to Nehemiah Benson to easily break the press. Benson into the front court. Gets it to Jalen Knott, left wing. Jump stop, put it up, nope. But a foul and a couple of free throws for E.J. Farmer. So Lorain did a great job in the first quarter not committing a foul. They've committed 7 this quarter, and now that puts the Falcons in the bonus with 49 ticks to go, and that's the second foul on Cam Davis. Davis, Bennigan, and Jackson each with 2 fouls apiece for Lorain. 3 starters with 2 fouls apiece. E.J. Farmer makes the free throw. So Jackson's going to come back in offensively. Got to be careful with 2 fouls. He and Aiden Brown playing for each other, offense, defense. Free throw up and in. Farmer strokes them both. He's got 11, 34-26, Titans by 8.
44 seconds.
Aaron Whitehead with the basketball.
Use that spread again.
It's worked when they've done it, Bob.
It has.
That's Jordan Jackson with the basketball now. Back outside to Whitehead. Whitehead with a nifty move. Now he'll pull it back out to Jackson.
20 seconds.
Nehemiah Benson defensively right with Jordan Jackson. 10 seconds. Thank you. Tavon Pierre-Louis, top of the circle. Double dribble, got away with it, and he scores. And 2 seconds, 1, Benson, they'll get it off at half court. It is no good wide. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Our score at halftime, it's the Titans 36, the Falcons 26. Bob and I will be back with the second half after this timeout. You're watching Boys Varsity Basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something.
If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
For too many parents, a baby's first steps aren't just a milestone. They're a miracle. A miracle made possible by volunteers like you, who walk and raise money in March for Babies. Sign up today to take the steps that help make milestones and even miracles possible. Who will you march for?
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Start of the second half, the Lorain Titans up 36-26. They led after one 18-14. They outscored Lutheran East 18-12 in the second to go up 36-26. Mike Perry, Chronicle-Telegram, nice enough to text me halftime stats, team stats. When your buddies are sitting across from yourself. All right, here we go. Lorain, 13 out of 25 from the field, 4 out of 6 three-point field goals, 6 out of 10 at the line, 7 turnovers, 15 rebounds. Lutheran East, 10 out of 24 from the floor, 3 out of 9 on three-pointers, 3 for 4 free throws, 9 turnovers, 13 rebounds. Benson with the steal lays it up and in. So again, thanks to Mike Perry, Chronicle-Telegram, for those stats. Appreciate it.
Rob, how many turnovers did Lutheran East have?
13.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. I clicked off of that. Now you got me thinking.
No, that's okay.
There's a jumper that goes up. I'll get it to you here in a second. What'd you say? Turnovers?
Turnovers.
Turnovers for Lutheran East, 9. 7 for Lorain. But rebounding, just a 2-rebound advantage for Lorain, 15-13. Benson with the basketball, kicks it outside to Davion Adams. And he'll get it to E.J. Farmer. Yes, sir. 4-0 run, Lutheran East to start the quarter, Bob.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting Lutheran East to come out and pressure full court, and they're not, obviously.
Grant with the ball. Grant, Pierre Lewis, Jordan Jackson, Benningen, and Cam Davis. The original starting 5 are on the floor to begin the second half. Grant drives and scores.
Yeah. Well, see, when you hit a couple threes like he did, draws the defender towards you, and then, he's just skilled enough to beat you off the dribble.
Albert, Benson, also Adams, E.J. Farmer, and the 5th young man is going to be Sir Hughes, the original starting 5 out there on the floor for Lutheran East to begin the second half. Inbounds E.J. Farmer, feeling it, launches it, hit a 3.
Left-handed, good player.
E.J. Farmer with 5 in the quarter.
Just a sophomore.
Yep, 16 in the game, 38-33. I'll get you the halftime numbers individually here when we get a moment. Jordan Jackson with it. Jackson working on Nehemiah Benson. Puts up a jumper, tough shot, missed it, rebound E.J. Farmer. E.J. Farmer, left-hand dribble, across the timeline. Falcons within 5. This is as close as they've been in a long time. 6:10 to go in the third. On the pass, they get it to Sir Hughes. The layup is around rim and out, no good. Rebound knocked out to Albert. Albert with 3 fouls, put it up. No, but he's fouled by Cam Davis, his third. All right, quickly, individual scoring in the first half for Lorain. 34, they're 36 from the starting 5. Jackson with 3, Pierre Lewis 16, Devon Grant with 11, Deontay Benningen 2, Cam Davis 2, and Aaron Whitehead 2.
Rob, we had a 10-point lead at half, and it's now 4.
Yep, 38-34. Lutheran East scoring in the first half. Albert, who's at the line, had 5. E.J. Farmer with 11. Davion Adams, 2. Sir Hughes with 3. Nehemiah Benson with 5. 26 points all in the first half, all from the starting 5, and Albert strokes them both.
Wow.
To me, if and when he gets his 4th foul, is going to be big. Driving and missing is Devon Grant. Ball loose on the floor. Battled for, picked up by the Falcons. They throw it away. Oh, an unforced error. Colin Albert throws it away. And Coach Liggins, along with the former head coach, who's the athletic director, now assistant coach, Anthony Jones. I remember him last year off the bench talking. It's got to be a little odd when your former head coach is the athletic director and now he's an assistant. You wonder if the kids listen to both coaches or
especially after you took them to Columbus.
Yeah, a couple of times. Tavon Pierre-Louis with it. He's going to drive. Reverse layup, yes, sir.
See,
and
Coach Ross took a timeout.
Yep.
Their half-court defense isn't that good. I'm just going to say that. They don't do a very good job containing the basketball, and if you run an offense, they don't defend picking situations well at all. I mean, that's the weakness I see in this Lutheran East squad.
40-35, Lorain leads by 5.
Rob, you know, they do something really smart scheduling. They have on their schedule this year, other than the tough LEL schedule, they've got St. Ignatius, they've got St. V's, who else do they have? And St. Ed's. I mean, they're playing, of course, St. V's moves up to Division I this year. They're playing 4, if you throw Lorain High in there, are the top Division I teams in the state of Ohio, really. And as a Division III team, exposing yourself to that kind of competition and going 14-14, let's say, for the season, is really a benefit once you get into that tournament.
When you make it to Columbus, nobody's going to remember your record.
That's right.
Into the forecourt, they get it to T.J. Blevins, who checks back into the ball game. Nehemiah Benson back to the basket, gets in the corner. E.J. Farmer, a 3 on the other side. He's feeling it, Bob. He's got 8 in the quarter,
Good
19
player.
in the game.
Sophomore, 6'4".
It's a 2-point Lorain lead. On the drive, Benigin, he'll score.
See, Benigin just beat Farmer off the dribble. I mean, that was too easy.
And when the Titans have to, they can spread the floor, and they've got Benigin. Usually it's Pierre-Louis or Grant. With the basketball, the floater up, no good. Missing that was Sir Hughes. And if I'm Lutheran East, I'm getting the ball to E.J. Farmer every possession. Not that he has to shoot it, but he's at least going to get a touch. Tavon Pierre-Louis misses the jumper. And on the rebound, it comes down to E.J. Farmer. Farmer with the basketball. Farmer's going to stroke a 3 and hit another one.
Wow, he is feeling it.
He's got 11 in the quarter, 4 threes on the night, 22 in the game. 42-41 Lorain. Back to the basket, Devon Grant. And E.J. Farmer's a sophomore. Grant, cross-court pass, Cam Davis with it, driving on Farmer, pulls it back out. Jordan Jackson's going to lob for Tavon Pierre-Louis. This has been a fun ball game.
It has been.
We've had runs for each team, which you see in games. T.J. Blevins gets called for the foul. Second on him. Second on Lutheran East.
Wow. 10 became 1 in about 4 minutes here, as far as the lead's concerned.
Yep, 36-26 at halftime. And now we're going to get a technical foul on T.J. Blevins. Boy, a 1-point game, you're getting some momentum and something like that after the play.
You know, I saw a little bit of theatrics after the foul was committed. Don't know what was said. Grant's a 80% free throw shooter.
Free throw up and good. You know, you're battling, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're down 10, you cut it down to 1, and then you have a technical foul. You're on the road playing against a team that made it to the state tournament. You got enough going against you. You can't give the Titans points, and they do just that. Grant makes them pay. He makes both free throws. 3-point lead for Lorain and the ball. Remember that point in the game, Bob. 3:44 to go in the third, a 1-point game and a technical foul. Titans will take it. They get it into Tavon Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis on the drive, off the glass rim, no. Rebound tapped out and picked up by the Falcons. They'll get it to Blevins, see if he'll make up for it. He'll drive and score.
That was a pretty nice move right there.
His first points of the night, 44-43. The Titan lead back down to 1. That's Benningen. Benningen drives, put it up, off the rim a couple of times, fell off. Rebound Benson. Falcons can take the lead. They get it ahead. Layup no good. Rebound Blevins. Blevins inside. Falcons lead by 1.
Our deep man in transition has got to stay deep and defend the basket until help arrives. Can't come out too early.
Devon Grant with the basketball. Grant stops, strokes it, hits it. It's a 3.
Wow. Now, they flashed somebody in from half court. They didn't do it this time, but if you want to press them effectively, you've got to take that cut away.
Oh, they wanted a push-off foul, didn't get it. Colin Albert with 3 fouls. Pushed Benningen, but no foul call. He'll drive to the hole and score. What a move to the basket by Colin Albert, and we're tied at 47. Tavon Pierre-Louis, as they go coast to coast, puts it up, no good. Rebound Aaron Whitehead. Whitehead with the offensive rebound. To Grant. Grant on the drive. A whistle on the floor. No shot. They'll inbound.
Yeah.
Third foul this half on Lutheran East, and that's on Nehemiah Benson, his second.
That's why Grant is a Division I college basketball player. Because if you close out too long on him, as they did there, he'll beat you off the dribble.
I know.
Don't close out long enough, he'll drain a 3.
I know it's only one game and he's only a sophomore, but you wonder the potential. Looks like the sky's the limit for this E.J. Farmer.
Yeah. He looks like a nice player. And defensively, he's the only defender on Lutheran East squad that is in proper help defensive position in the half court.
We're going to get it to Pierre-Louis. He's working on Benson, and we're going to get a holding foul on Nehemiah Benson. That's quickly his third. He gets 2 fouls in about 10 seconds. 4th team foul on Lutheran East. Lorain yet to commit one. 2:25 to go in the third. We're tied at 47. Fouls could become an issue later in this game.
Okay, let's see if they run that little wrinkle to get the ball right back to Pierre.
Pierre-Louis to inbound. And he's going to lob up top for Grant. Grant saves it before it went out of bounds. Now he goes back to Tavon. Tavon has Benson on him, who has those 3 fouls. You wonder if they're going to get him out of the game. But Grant with the basketball. Grant on the drive, steps back, put it up, stroked it. It's 2.
Wow.
He's got 22, and it's 49-47. The Titan lead is 2. Into the front court.
Don't reach.
Sir Hughes. Hughes lost it on the way to the basket.
Young players, when you're playing a good offensive player who can beat you off the dribble and has ball skills, and you're in your defensive stance, you can't reach. As soon as you reach, you're off balance and you're going to get beat. That's the second time that's happened.
I stand corrected. Devon Grant has 20 points. I said 22.
Okay, they did pick up full court. It's not a very intense full court pressure, but I was expecting this.
They're going to get it ahead to Cam Davis, right back outside to Deontay Benningen. Benningen nice trying to break down the defender, put it up, no, but he's fouled, and that foul on Colin Albert is 4th. So Albert is the first Lutheran East Falcon with 4 fouls. With 1:37 to go in the third, and he'll go to the bench.
And that was a pretty impressive crossover move very quickly by Benningen.
Deontay Benningen, the 6-foot junior, moved in from New York State.
Yeah. And Rob, I watch him in the warm-ups, and others who've watched Lorain High more closely than I have, and say, they say he really can shoot it from the perimeter. And if you watch him in warm-ups, I mean, his shot is really nice. And he's capable. I mean, 26 already in one game this year. And he's a very good defender. He keeps his head on the basketball, very good.
First of 2 free throws, it's good. Benningen with 5. Albert does come out. Coming into the ball game, Jalen Knott. Benningen line right, 1:37 to go in the third.
Oh!
In and out. The lead is 3. And it's Lutheran East basketball. With it is Sir Hughes. Gets it on the right wing to E.J. Farmer. Being guarded closely, Cam Davis got around him, floater up, no good. They get it ahead, Devon Grant. Grant, long three, short, out of bounds.
Well, we're going back to that. Let's not help off of Farmer. And we've got Cam Davis on him. I mean, quite a size mismatch, but he's going to try to deny the basketball right now. You can see he's face guarding Farmer at the other end of the floor. If I was Lutheran East, I'd recognize that and post him up because he's got about a 7-inch height advantage.
Minute 10 to go in the third quarter. Farmer with the basketball gets double teamed. Jalen Knott on the left side to Sir Hughes. Hughes on the three-point line. Under a minute to play third quarter. Hughes, Pierre Lewis went for the steal. Pierre Lewis knocked it away, but out of bounds. It'll go back to Lutheran East.
Yeah, I mean, if they would spread the floor and just stick Farmer on a block and post him up, I think we'd have some problems. But Cam Davis is regarded as our best defender. And he has the assignment to guard somebody who's 7 inches taller.
Falcons set to inbound. They've got to get 5 on the floor. Coming off is Sir Hughes. Tony Jordan says, we're not going to let Lutheran East play with 6. They're too good for that. T.J. Blevins comes into the front court. Blevins will get it to E.J. Farmer, guarded by Davis. Farmer got around Davis, put it up. Nobody's fouled. Will go to the line for 2.
You could see he's just a sophomore, and as you pointed out, he's a left-hander and used his right hand there to attack the basket very adeptly.
Foul on Devon Grant, his second. Just the second on the Titans this half. Couple of free throws for E.J. Farmer. 11 in the quarter, 22 in the game. Short. 4 threes, part of his point total. 2 free throws. And it is Dwayne Hamilton coming back in for Lutheran East, and coming out with 3 fouls, Nehemiah Benson. Tell you what, you cannot rest on that Lutheran East bench. They put in guys in waves.
Oh, no.
Missed it, got the rebound, put it up and in. Davion Adams.
Grant tried to save it underneath their basket.
Cardinal sin, coach.
Right to the Lutheran East player for an easy 2.
Under 30 to go in the third quarter. Tavon Pierre-Louis gets it out in the corner. The jumper goes up. It's no good. Rebound out of bounds to who? They're going to give it to the Falcons.
They can take the lead with a basket.
19 seconds to go. Full court pressure, Lorain. Substitution. Don't know why we're not hearing the buzzer when they make substitutions. That would probably help. Nehemiah Benson's going to come in offensively. E.J. Farmer, the talented sophomore, into the front court. 8 seconds. Farmer lost control, stolen by Benningen. Benningen goes to the hole, lays it up. No, we get a foul. The basket no good on the return. The foul before the shot. That's one of those deals where the foul on Lutheran East is going to help them because it was an easy putback. Couple of free throws with 1.6 seconds to go, and that foul is the first by E.J. Farmer. But Bob, that is the 16th foul on Lutheran East, meaning the next one, and the Titans are in the bonus the rest of the game.
The Titans a good free throw shooting team also.
Yeah, right there, Benningen makes that one to prove Bob's point. He has 6 points.
Well, he had good head on the ball defense down here, forced that turnover.
1.6 to go in the quarter. Titans lead by 2. Benningen, good again. 52-49.
Now, they're going to flash somebody in. No, they didn't.
They won't get the shot off, and that'll do it. After 3 quarters, the score, it's Lorain 52, Lutheran East 49. Should be a heck of a finish. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Hey, we missed you at the game last week. Is everything all right?
Just haven't been feeling like me lately.
You know I'm here for you, right?
That's a cut. Beautiful.
Acting is one thing. Talking about suicide in real life is another.
In the military, you take challenges head on.
And now it's your turn to do the same for our veterans.
Be there.
Learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
Start of the fourth quarter, Lorain leads 52-49, and Bob, that third quarter went to Lutheran East. They outscored Lorain 23-16 to cut a 10-point halftime deficit to 3.
This is the first time this year Lorain High has been challenged. Now, Lorain High is ranked number 1 on Cleveland.com in the region. The first time they've been challenged in any game. Be interesting to see how they handle the pressure.
Falcons with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Sir Hughes with it. Colin Albert in there with 4 fouls. Nehemiah Benson. Albert lost control. Steal by Cam Davis. Davis lobs for Devon Grant. Grant with a pass outside shot. No, but a foul. Tavon Pierre-Lewis, Cam Davis, Jordan Jackson, Devon Grant, and Deontay Benigin are the 5 on the floor for Lorain to begin the fourth quarter. Foul on Jalen Knott, his second, team 7th. Titans in the bonus the rest of the way.
Farmer is on the bench right now for Lutheran East.
I'm going to guess that won't be long.
No. In fact, he just got up.
Free throw up and in by Benigin. There's only 2 fouls on Lorain. So Farmer, Blevins, Adams, Benson, and Albert are the 5 on the floor for the Falcons. 7:45 to go in regulation. Titans lead by 4.
And Farmer back in the game, as you predicted.
And the free throw in and out, rebound Benson. And they're going to hand it off to Colin Albert. He's got to be careful, 4 fouls. Pass high post to Davion Adams. He'll hand it off to Nehemiah Benson, back out to TJ Blevins. Blevins in the lane, kicks it out to Farmer, corner 3, off the rim, no. Rebound tapped out of bounds, it'll go to Lorain. Be interesting to see how the Titans respond here.
It will. First time they've been challenged this year.
They lead by 4. Nice sides crowd for a weeknight game, but they've been relatively quiet, kind of waiting for something to happen.
Here's that wide spread again.
Again, they've had success when they've done this. And with the basketball is Jordan Jackson going to be fouled. They'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. And I think part of that, Bob, you've mentioned it time and time again tonight, that Lutheran East just simply can't defend very well.
No, they don't.
And when you spread them out, you force them to foul.
And obviously when you spread them out and you have players on the floor like Jackson or Benigin or Grant, they can beat you off the dribble. Once you beat the initial defender off the dribble, help is a long way away.
Benson comes out of the game because he has 4 fouls. So now 2 Falcon starters with 4 fouls apiece, and they're going to try to get some minutes out of Trayvon Toney, who saw action in the first half. He comes back in. Jackson makes that free throw. He has 4 points. And the Titans lead by 5. Titans lead by 6.
You're making free throws.
55-49. Pressure in the backcourt.
See, there they flash from midcourt. You've got to take that away if you really want to press them.
Davion Adams with it across the timeline. Davion hands it back off to TJ Blevins. Blevins, edge of the center circle. Pass on the right wing for Colin Albert. Back to Trayvon Toney, who just came in for Nehemiah Benson. Blevins with it. So 2 Lutheran East starters are on the bench now.
Cam Davis doing a nice job of denying Farmer the basketball, face guarding him.
Jump stop, they kick it out to Blevins. Blevins in the corner, Adams for 3. That's an air ball. Rebound, Pierre Lewis, long outlet, got it to Benigin, lays it up and in. Timeout, Lutheran, I believe the timeout is Lutheran East. It is a full timeout, so we'll keep it here with 6:18 to go in the game. Titans lead by 8. Lutheran East has 2 timeouts remaining, and Bob, you got the sense that the Falcons were trying to buy some time with their starters on the bench, but they don't have a choice now. They're back down by 8.
I really, obviously, the Lorain High coaching staff has done their scouting homework. Now, I know he has 20 or 22, talking about Farmer, number 3, their best scorer. But this strategy of taking your best defender, even though he's giving up 7 inches or 8 inches or so, and that's Cam Davis, and in the half court face guarding him and telling Cam Davis you have no other responsibility other than to deny a Farmer the basketball. Don't worry about helping and recovering, just deny and face guard. That takes Lutheran East out of their comfort zone, and we saw them really struggle on that last possession. You're forcing them now to do something that they're really not going to see in practice and probably haven't seen this entire season thus far. And I think it's a really good defensive wrinkle by Coach Gillum and Coach Rossitano to do that.
The other thing they've done, Bob, is not only have they face guarded him, but now every time he touches the ball, he gets double teamed. So what they're saying is somebody else from Lutheran East is going to beat him. They're forcing the ball out of his hands. They're making somebody else beat him, and nobody else from Lutheran East has stepped up to this point.
Right, you're taking them out of their comfort zone.
6:18 to go. Falcons trail by 8 with the ball. Does Lutheran East have one more run in them? Into the forecourt, they get it to TJ Blevins. And can somebody besides EJ Farmer get the scoring load? Benson has it. Benson back out to Blevins. Blevins calling out the offense. Blevins on the drive. He drives the whole score. No, missed it, but he's fouled. Couple of free throws, but TJ Blevins exploded to the basket. Tony Jordan says that foul is on Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Just the 3rd team foul this half on the Titans. First foul of the game on Tavon. TJ Blevins, a 5'8 junior, 4 points tonight on 2 third-quarter field goals. Free throw is good. 57-50, 5:59 to go in the ball game. Titans by 7. Titans still by 7. Missed it. Tavon with the rebound. Nice thing about Pierre Lewis, when he gets a rebound, he doesn't have to find a guard. He's
he can
more
bring
than
it.
capable of
He
bringing
can bring
it up. Oh, yeah. And he is a tough matchup. Jordan Jackson with it. Jackson guarded by Benson. Benson has 4 fouls.
Spread the floor again.
Back out to Grant. TJ Blevins has that. Pierre Lewis now with it. Back to the basket. Pierre Lewis working on Davion Adams. Put it up. No good. Nice defense by Adams. It's out of bounds. It's going to go to Lutheran East, to the disdain of Joe Bach.
Well, that, again, spreading the floor, trying to take advantage of our ability to beat people off the dribble, resulted in a good shot.
Blevins looking to inbound.
5 seconds.
They're going to get it into Benson. Benson across midcourt. Benson still with the basketball, picks up the dribble, goes to TJ Blevins. Around the perimeter. Falcons down by 7. Davion Adams outside to Albert. Albert in the lane. Tough 10-footer. No good. Rebound. A whistle and a foul. And this is going to go on the Titans, and it's on Jordan Jackson. Jackson with his 3rd. Jackson was trying to climb over the back.
Well,
one of the Falcons to get that.
Farmer has not touched the ball on their last 4 possessions. Cam Davis doing a very nice job of denying him. Oh, no, we weren't ready to play again, Rob.
They get it in. Farmer is knocked away, and a whistle and what? The official from the far side. He's talking with Tony Jordan. Blew his whistle, comes running in. Not sure what this is. They're going to give it to Lutheran East.
It's Cam Davis.
Davis is hurt.
Ankle.
He's going to come off. And Aaron Whitehead's going to come in.
Davis trying to walk it off. Oh, maybe could be a cramp. Yeah.
So it'll be Lutheran East to inbound.
Okay, now you got to be ready to play. See the ball and your man on these out of bounds situations.
They're going to inbound to Davion Adams. Jordan Jackson has him. Adams picks up the dribble. Got to get rid of it, does so. Colin Albert with it. Under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Titans by 7. Wow. On the drive, Albert missed the layup. And then he commits the foul, and he fouls out of the game. Bob, he should have laid it up off the glass. Doesn't, missed it, and then he compounds it with a foul, and he's out of the game.
A great move to beat the defense off the dribble. He did. And then,
you've got to use the glass when you've got it. And Albert fouls out of the game. That's a big loss for Lutheran East. He finishes the game with 9 points. 4:47 to go. He is out of the ball game. Benson has 4 fouls. And coming in, well, we're going to have the 1-and-1 here for Benningen. It's good. The good free throw shooting continues for Lorain.
Yeah.
And Sir Hughes comes back into the ball game.
Late in the game, when you have guards like Grant and Benningen that make free throws, it's a big plus.
Benningen again.
There you
go. Good again. Good form, good stroke.
Yep.
Took his time. 59-50.
Well, just token pressure now by Lorain High.
TJ Blevins into the front court.
Don't want to give up anything easy.
3-possession game. On the drive. Farmer put it up. No, the return is up and in by Benson.
Yeah.
Benson with 9. Well, when Farmer went to the basket, that had the help defense came over to help, but that meant nobody blocked out Benson.
That's exactly correct. A lot of folks, don't realize that when
I'm smarter than you think, Bob.
I know that when help comes over, checkout assignments are out the door.
Window. Yeah, you got it. Coming back out is Devon Grant with it. Grant with the basketball. Or I'm sorry, that's Tavon Pierre-Lewis. I tell you how smart I am, and then I can't get you the right player. Tavon Pierre-Lewis traveled.
I didn't see a travel there. Joe Bach, was there a travel there? I didn't see it. It was you just stepped back.
4:05 to go in this one. Titans lead by 7. It's been fun. Lutheran East led early 12-6, but since then, Lorain got control, but it has been close at times. Lorain had a 26-6 run in the middle quarters.
Farmer
just
forced
missed
that.
a 3.
He forced that.
That was a poor 3. Adams with the rebound, gets it back out to Blevins, and Lutheran East needs to set up some offense. But again, without Albert, their point guard, it's going to be more difficult.
And with Cam Davis playing denial, face guarding Farmer.
I think they've got to get points from somebody else. Sir Hughes. Somebody else has to.
I don't understand why they don't spread the floor and stick Farmer on a block.
Benson with it on the high post, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Pierre-Lewis. A little hand check. Just his second, and only the 5th on Lorain. 3:26 to go in the ball game, so they'll inbound. That was a touch foul. And John Rossitano wants a timeout. Timeout Titans, their second. They have 3 remaining. 3:26 to go in this one. And Lorain leads by 7. For the Titans, they are 4-0. Upcoming for them, they're going to host East Cleveland Shaw on Friday night, the 21st. And then next weekend, they go for the holiday tournament over at Elyria. They'll take on the Elyria Pioneers Friday, December 28th.
This Lutheran East team, Rob, beat Shaw by 26.
Yeah, they are 2 wins over Shaw and Maple Heights, who I understand are both a little bit down, and their losses, as you mentioned earlier, to St. Ignatius and Cleveland Heights.
I think Coach Roz took that timeout for a rest. That was a fatigue. I don't want my guys playing tired. Timeout. And that's sometimes you have to do that.
Can't take them home with you.
Nope.
And inbounding is E.J. Farmwell. No, he's not going to inbound. His coach Liggins pushed him out of there and said, let somebody else inbound the basketball.
Well, he hasn't scored since we went back to this, let's deny him the basketball defense.
And he hasn't scored in the 4th quarter, Bob.
Yep.
22 in the game, 11 in the 3rd quarter, none in the 4th. And driving, missing the shot, but being fouled was Nehemiah Benson. Foul is going to go on Deontay Benigin, his third, team sixth. In the act of shooting, that means Nehemiah Benson is shooting 2 free throws. He has 9 points.
6'6" junior, not a senior starter for Lutheran East.
Free throw no good.
Okay, now fellas, let's check out.
They've got 2 seniors on the roster. Javon Jackson we haven't even seen. Trayvon Toney, we've seen limited action. He hasn't scored. Point being, the bulk of this team's coming back. Second free throw is good. It's a 2-possession game.
Pretty nice stroke for a big guy.
3:20 to go in the basketball game. Titans lead by 6. Alongside Bob Raskich, I'm Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach with the camera work. Glad you could join us on WLCS TV 20. Devon Grant with it. Titans trying to stay undefeated. Devon Grant, top of the key, 3, rimmed out. Rebound Benson, long outlet pass for Farmer. Farmer got it, the lefty in the lane, scores.
Got to get back in transition.
4-point lead. Foul line, Benigin has it. Adams went for the steal, didn't get it. Benigin. Lutheran East coaching staff off the bench, not happy with the, I don't know what call they wanted there, but they weren't happy. Aaron Whitehead's going to turn and hand it off to Benigin. Plenty of time to go, 2.5 minutes to go. Benigin on the drive, put it up, no, and a whistle and a foul.
Well, we've gone to this 2 players wide on the baseline, that little 3-man weave, and that little 3-man weave gives you the opportunity as defenses cross to defend it, to turn the corner and attack the basket. And that's just exactly what happened right there.
Davion Adams at the foul, his first, team's 10th, 2 free throws for Benigin, in and out. He's made 6 free throws tonight. Lorain has made 16 free throws to just 7 for Lutheran East. That's really the difference in this basketball game. Second free throw, up and in.
Okay.
60-55. Titans lead is 5. Nehemiah Benson gets it. He'll hand it back off to TJ Blevins. Lorain backs off. And with the basketball is Farmer. Farmer with it, double teamed, and a whistle, and going to be a foul. Farmer will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
See, Farmer, when he does touch it the last 2 times, was over anxious and frustrated, was forcing that possession as he forced the previous possession. And what's frustrating him is he's being denied the basketball.
Free throw up, around rim, no good. Rebound, missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Big miss. Tavon Pierre-Lewis with a big rebound. He's going to drive, put it up, and in.
Big basket.
Yes, it was. He's got 20.
Let's get a stop here.
Pierre-Lewis and Grant each with 20 points. They have 40 of the 62. Sir Hughes with it. Into Benson. Benson mid-post, and he traveled.
Well, good. Get a stop here. 153, 7 with a 7-point lead. You can play the clock a little bit. We're in the double bonus.
Lorain by 7, as Bob just told you. Grant with it across the midcourt line, and he is going to be fouled by...
Oh, no. He's calling over and back, Rob. Over and back? Wait a minute. You've got to have...
Carrying or was it carrying the ball?
Oh, you might be right. I think it was Palmer basketball.
Tony Jordan with that violation call against Lorain.
He just told Grant it was over and back.
Wow.
Can't be over and back. You didn't have all 3 ball in both feet.
With the basketball, we get a whistle, and what a foul. Now a touch foul on the other end against Lutheran East. And that's going against TJ Blevins. I wonder if Tony Jordan just realized they made a bad call. I don't know.
That happens. That happens. Talk to any official. He'll tell you that happens. I think that could have happened.
1:41 to go in the ball game. Lorain to inbound up 7.
Okay, now they're going to deny, guys. You're going to have to make really strong cuts to get the basketball, and then hopefully we come down with a lot of movement on offense. Take a timeout if you can't get it in.
They're going to lob it into Jordan Jackson. Jackson in the backcourt, guarded by Benson. Benson has 4 fouls.
gone to the spread.
Jackson again with it.
He better get up there and defend more closely if they want. There comes the count, the 5 count.
Jackson on the drive and an offensive foul.
Oh, he said he hooked him.
And that's on Jackson. He fouls out.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
So Jordan Jackson fouls out, his 5th. He'll have to come out. Cam Davis will check back in for Lorain. Each team has lost their point guard. Jackson, well, I shouldn't say the point guard. Jackson plays different positions, but each team's lost an offensive player. Albert for Lutheran East, Jackson for Lorain. Into the front court comes Sir Hughes.
Minute 12.
Yep, down 7. Lutheran East, every possession Hughes now. Benson on the drive.
That's a
Benson,
travel.
The blocking foul.
Oh,
go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Come on now. He was out of control and traveled.
Tavon Pierre-Lewis with the foul, his 3rd, team's 9th. Front end of the 1-and-1 here.
This young man has a decent stroke from the line, Benson, too. He split his last 2, but the stroke looked good.
Nehemiah Benson at the free throw line. 10 points tonight, 5 in each half, including a couple of free throws. 1:04 to go. Missed it. Still a 3-possession game, and Tavon Pierre-Lewis with a big rebound.
Make the easy pass.
Under a minute to play, a whistle and a timeout for the Lorain Titans. And for Lorain, that's their 3rd. They have 2 remaining, and it gives us a minute to remind you that you're watching Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS TV 20, on Spectrum Cable. That's channel 1025 on Spectrum Cable. Check out the Lorain City Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. You can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV20. Check out that YouTube station, Lorain Schools TV 20, and Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook. Like them on Facebook, I should say. You can win some great prizes. So the Titans lead by 7, 62-55 with under a minute to go in the ball game. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining, Coach.
Yeah, 7-point spread. Key here is get the ball in bounds. You have to make really strong cuts. They're going to crank up the defensive pressure, and you have to crank up your cuts offensively to make yourself available to relieve that pressure. And if you get stuck, pick up your dribble, held ball, anything like that, take a timeout. We've got 2. Save the possession.
Aaron Whitehead to inbound at half court for Lorain. Into the backcourt, got it to Devon Grant. That's who they want to have with the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Grant, guarded by Blevins. Lutheran East going to double team, gets rid of it. Got it back.
That's a foul.
And foul on Blevins with 46.6 to go.
And a double bonus, 2 shots.
Jalen Knott coming in for Lutheran East as TJ Blevins fouls out of the ball game. He's the 2nd Falcon to foul out. He scores 5 points. Grant,
come on,
rimming in. Shooter's touch.
Yeah. When you have guards in this situation that can make free throws like Grant and Bennigan, it is a big plus.
Grant again, good again. He's got 22. Unofficially, Lorain has outscored Lutheran East 19-7 at the line. 64-55, 40 seconds to go. 3-possession game. Farmer been quiet in the 4th quarter, taken away, stolen, and coming out of there with it. They get it to Tavon Pierre-Lewis, and he is going to be held with 31.4. He'll shoot a couple of free throws, and this one, I think, is going to the Titans. Bob.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I really think, other than, our ability to make free throws in this second half, that defensive wrinkle of face guarding Farmer at the other end was a key to this win.
Yep, when they shut Farmer down in the 4th quarter, that changed the game. Lewis misses the free throw.
And then when he did get it he forced because he was frustrated.
Made 1 out of 2. It's a 4-possession game with 30 seconds to go. This is over. Just going to be what's the final score. Benson into the front court. Benson's going to drive, scoop, and score. A little surprised the Titans were pressing there. Give up an easy basket. They're going to lob it ahead to Cam Davis. Guess it really doesn't much matter. To Devon Grant, 8-point game.
Foul.
Grant on the dribble. He's fouled by Benson, and Benson just fouls out of the game. So Nehemiah Benson had a solid game today, Bob. He finishes with 12 points. Third Falcon to foul out of the contest. With 14.7 to go. And that will bring back in senior Trayvon Toney, a 6'2 senior that's played sparingly, has not scored.
Well, if they look at the stats after this game and say, well, Lorain High went to the line X number of times more than we did, and claim any unfairness, I will tell you this. Their defensive positioning put them in foul trouble, or their lack of fundamental defensive positioning put them in foul trouble then more than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason sometimes there's a disparity at the foul line. And
they reached a lot.
Yep.
We spread them out. We beat them off the dribble. They reached and fouled a lot. And, it wasn't a matter of not getting calls. It was a matter of poor defensive execution.
I would agree with that. Grant makes the free throw. Grant again. Good again. He'll come out. And coming in for the Titans for the first time, Luis Suarez. Aiden Brown back in for the Titans.
When you have a point guard that makes free throws in close games, especially when you're trying to hold the ball, it is such a good thing.
E.J. Farmer with it. Farmer trying to add to his point total, drives in and scores. And they'll inbound it, and that's going to do it. Our final score tonight, it was the Lorain Titans 67 and the Lutheran East Falcons 59. For the Lorain Titans, they go to 5-0, Bob, and for Lutheran East, they drop to 2-3. As the teams, you see them shaking hands over there. And for Lutheran East at 2-3, again, Lorain 5-0. They're going to take on Shaw Friday night, a home game. We'll have it for you on WLCS TV 20, and then a week from Friday, they go to the Lorain County Holiday Classic over at Elyria.
Well, not wanting to be repetitive, Bob, I have one thing to say, and that is, let's throw a few attaboys to the coaching staff, because I thought they did a nice job. And again, I'm going to be repetitive here, I know, but it was such a key of taking Farmer out of their offense in the fourth quarter by face guarding him with Cam Davis, forcing them out of their comfort zone. And then again, when he did touch it, he had a tendency to force things. I really thought that was a key. And then, of course, making free throws tonight. I thought those were the two big reasons for the Lorain High win.
I would agree with you. I'm just adding up some final numbers. Your thoughts on where Lorain is right now at this point of the season, Bob?
Defensively, they're going to have to improve a bit, containing the basketball on the perimeter. Defensively, because they don't have overwhelming size, they have adequate size. They're going to have to work extra hard on check out, rebound, and so forth, because they don't have that overwhelming size. And we saw them give up a couple of stickbacks tonight. The other thing that was kind of bothersome was we weren't ready to play on 2 out-of-bounds plays, and that gave them 4 points. I mean, when the ball's being taken out of bounds underneath their basket, you have to be set and ready to play. See the ball and see the defender. If they cross in front of your face, switch it. And that's just a little thing that you can fix and practice in 10 minutes. But other than that, I'm very impressed with the Lorain High.
Bob, the ratings are going to go through the roof. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
That's you.
Oh, no.
FaceTime for Bob Braskich. Rob Polinsky here with you. As we let you know that, again, Lorain wins at 67-59. Scoring by quarters, Lorain led after 118-14. They led at halftime 36-26. Falcons made it interesting in the third quarter, Bob, outscoring Lorain 23-16. It was Lorain by 3, 52-49 going into the fourth. But Lorain prevails, outscoring the Lutheran East 15-10 in the fourth to win at 67-59. Quickly, final numbers. For Lorain, it was Jordan Jackson with 5 before he fouled out. 3 guys in double figures. Pierre Lewis had 21. Devon Grant led him with 24. Deontay Benjamin had 13. Cam Davis with 2 off the bench. Aaron Whitehead with 2. It's the 67 points for Lorain. For Lutheran East, Colin Albert fouled out, but he had 9. E.J. Farmer led everybody tonight. The 6'4 sophomore, we sang his praises. He had 26 points. He made 4 threes, but Bobby had 4 points in the fourth quarter.
There you go.
It was Davion Adams with 4, Sir Hughes with 3, Nehemiah Benson with 12 before he fouled out. Off the bench, T.J. Blevins had 5 before he fouled out. It adds up to 59 for Lutheran East. 67-59 Lorain. They'll play again in Cleveland Heights February 14th.
Right. You know, the other thing, and we mentioned it during the broadcast, you know, it was either the start of the fourth or late in the third. It was a 2-point game, and we said this was really the first time that Lorain High was challenged this year. And they worked through it and came through in flying colors.
Good thing we wore a T-shirt or our polos that Joe Bach got. You know, well, look at this. The whole crew with the TV20 polo. Look, Bob, myself, Joe Bach. See, Joe, you got to be proud of us tonight. We did what you told us to do. I'm glad I got the memo that said wear your polo. That's going to do it for tonight's coverage. We'll have more coverage, obviously, of boys varsity basketball throughout. Bob, great to work with you again.
My pleasure.
For Bob Braskich, this is Rob Polinsky. Joe Bach doing the camera work. Once again, congratulations to the Titans. They win it tonight, 67-59. And you've been watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.